My God. Okay, does the mic work now? I can't believe this mic's like Hugh W's here, Sharon, Chindian, Lee, Sally, Cheese Puff, Ziggy. Thank you, Ziggy, for telling me the mic is off. I think you should be able to hear it now. So I was just saying, we just did a rain stream. It was pretty good. Nice atmospheric. I might make a video of it. I really should make videos of every single walk I've done. I should just turn into a video. Just to like double make the content. Tom's here. Jay Kim's here. How you guys doing? So yeah, Christmas just ended. I had a pretty good Christmas. You know, it was nice and cozy. Christmas Eve went to my cousin's, and uh, Christmas Day had it here, and overall it was pretty good. I didn't even really want anything this year. I don't really need anything except a lust for adventure, a great lust for adventure. So yeah, we gotta figure out where we're going. It's either do this road trip or fly out somewhere. I think both are good ideas. The road trip I'm a little nervous about because let's see. The problem with the road trip is that American cities aren't very interesting. That's the problem. Can you guys see the screen? Let's see if everything's good. Yeah, it looks good. It's like, okay, this is where we're at right now. Long Island, Eastern Long Island. City's over here. We gotta go south because it's cold. We gotta go south. Do I really want to see Philadelphia? No. Every time I think of Philadelphia, I think of like the Kensington Avenue. There's like messed up people walking around. I don't know. It'd be hard to park here. I'm not feeling Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. Washington, D.C. No, I have no interest in going to Washington, D.C. I've just heard bad things about it. No interest in Washington, D.C. No interest in Baltimore. Isn't Baltimore dangerous? So this whole area is kind of like we're just gonna drive through this. I think I have family in Richmond or something. Maybe we can stop there. But this is Virginia. Now things do get a bit more interesting in North Carolina. First of all, the weather gets a little better, you know, more temperate. And we have Raleigh, I think that's how you call it. Is this interesting? Would Raleigh be interesting? Is what it looks like. Would this be good for content? Just walking around here. Has anyone been here? Raleigh? I think that'd be the first stop though, which is kind of like mid Carolinas. Funnily enough, I think you can go to like Myrtle Beach. You guys ever been to like Myrtle Beach or the Carolinas? You can get like a beach house really cheap right now. Of course, it's a terrible idea because it's not the season, but you can get a nice Myrtle Beach place really easy. Um, we have Charlotte, I guess would be another stop. Charlotte. Now let's look at the populations of these. Raleigh population. So we're working with 482K. So it's a decent size, you know, not that bad. This is actually the type of city I like. I like a nice 500K pop to a million city. You know, Charlotte's got a million, so almost a million at Charlotte. Sure, Charlotte's over here. I guess we could go there. Okay, looks like it's got a nice little downtown. You know, pretty basic. Grant Thornton, I'm sure they're doing good things. But what's it look like on the streets? Like, is it like doesn't look walkable at all if you got like a highway? It's made for cars. Yeah. But I don't know, maybe it'd be okay for a day or two. Going on this route, we have Atlanta, which I don't think I have any interest in going to Atlanta. Whenever I think of Atlanta, I think of rap music, and yeah, that's just not something I'm interested in. ATL. I'm sure it's got nice suburbs though, but haven't heard good things about Atlanta. So I think I'd swerve actually to the coast, where we would go to Charleston. Charleston, I've heard, is very nice. Let's look at Charleston's population. South Carolina, the real Carolina. Let's see. Peter says it's pronounced Roley. Roley. Nothing is interesting to Peter. Washington, D.C. has some of the greatest museums you'll ever find. I think I've been to them. The Smithsonian. America has it all, different kinds of weather and landscapes. But our cities are a little boring. You got to admit that. They're a little on the boring side. Swamp Ass Jenks is here. Have you considered taking a psychedelic trip? Have you ever been in hyperspace? No, I don't think my mind's strong enough to handle that. I can show you the atomic bomb factory, says Peter. Wanderlust, says Sharon. Okay. That was a quick stream. I think he accidentally ended. What? What's wrong with the stream? Guys, is the stream not working? I don't know. I don't know. Someone said that the stream was off. Looks good to me. Oh, Charleston's small. 155K. Okay, Charleston's really small. Why are you down in the corner? So you guys can see the my screen. So Charleston's small, but it looks nice. Hurts like that got that real southern charm. Look at those trees. So I think we gotta hit Charleston. Even though it's small, that's okay. Look, some guy took a vid. Terrible quality vid, but let's keep on going as we make our way through the Carolinas. And yeah, I want feedback from you guys. If you ever done this trip, I want feedback. Ooh, it's not loading very well. Scroll on down. So I think from there we would go to Savannah. Let's look at Savannah, Georgia. Let's look at the population of Savannah. 147. Okay, very small again. What's Atlanta's population? Atlanta's 500K. Okay, so Savannah is very small as well. I see you, the map is gone. Your little tiny window there, rest is black. Really? Is the stream not working? I don't know. Anyways, now we hit Jacksonville. So now we're in Florida. Is Jacksonville worth going to? Let's look up Jacksonville. Let's look at the population. Maybe, does it say right here? No. Ooh, Jacksonville, you're working with 1 million people. So Jacksonville is pretty big city. It's got 1 million people. It's the top of Florida and the border of Georgia. So that's interesting. Um, so it's going to be pretty warm here, which is good. You can kind of walk around. E-Will's here. How you doing, buddy? Works okay. Thank you. Lisa C's here. St. Augustine is nice. There's a lot going on there. Where's St. Augustine? Is that in Florida? Okay, it's right next to it. Let's look up St. Augustine. Someone said, okay, it's got a nice little horse. Got some Spanish architecture. It's got a bird. I like birds. St. Augustine. Looks cool. Thanks for the recommendation. Let's look at St. Augustine's population. Ooh, it's small. Okay, so this is like just like a one day thing, St. Augustine. Maybe a couple hours. Swoop in there. Let's keep on we got Orlando, which is Disney World. I have been to Disney World. Apparently, if you have not been to Disney World as a child, you didn't have a good childhood. So I went when I was in ninth grade. Not the best time to go. I think it'd be better if you're a little younger, maybe like 13 or 13 years old. Because in ninth grade, you don't really care about Disney World that much anymore. You don't care about Disney. When you're 11 or 12, it's probably a lot better. When you're 15, you're thinking about other things. So much to do in Orlando, oldest town in the country. Have a look at the cities on I-75 to Florida. Will you go back to Disney World? Probably not. I mean, I feel like I did everything when I was there. People are always like, oh, you got to go multiple times to see everything. Nah, when I was there, I did all the major rides. I did like 90% of the stuff. If you hit it hard in a week, you can basically do everything. That matters at least. Yep, Epcot, all that. So where's I-75? Someone keeps saying, Peter keeps saying I-75. Not giving me anything for I-75. Okay. So we finally make it down past Orlando. By the way, what's Orlando's pop? 320K. 320K pop. It's probably mostly Disneyland workers, Disney World workers. So then we get to the Palm Beach. So we got this whole strip here. It's a lot of. Is this like do people from here just count this as like one big city, like this whole strip? Like obviously you got Miami. People call it Miami. You got Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, Boca Raton, West Palm Beach. Is this all kind of like considered one area? Let's see Miami's population. 455K. But that only includes like Miami, right? Like this little area. I'm sure if you include the Miami metropolitan area, it's huge. No, I spelled that wrong. Okay, so it's 6.1 million, so it's pretty big. Key West, says David G. Yeah, that's down here. I wouldn't go down here though. Like to get there, like look, you have to drive. Oh, you got to drive all the way down. I guess it's this one skinny highway to get all the way down to Key West. A lot of boomers in Key West, huh? Like, what does this highway look like? Oh shit, it's actually beautiful. So this is the drive. That's actually kind of sick. Sure, there's a couple 4K driving videos of this. You just drive along. And let's see, you get all the way down. Get all the way down to Key West. And it just looks like that again. That's like a maybe. I think I definitely want to go to Miami. But like, Key West is a maybe because you have to drive there and all the way back. And how long does that road take? Like, has anyone done this before? Does that take like an hour to do? 2 hours? It's pretty far. So then, I guess we come around, we go on this I-41. This must be a crazy road, man. This must be a crazy road. It's in those Everglades. Look at 41. It's not really rendering very well. There we go. So this is in the middle of the Everglades, which I don't like the Everglades. They got big ass snakes in them. They got anacondas. Anacondas got loose, and now they're running around the thing. I don't like that. So I don't want to be near this. I guess I'll drive through if we need to. Drive through up to Tampa. I guess Tampa's the big city over here. There's Tampa. Let's look at Tampa's population. They're working with 400K, and let's see the metro. It's 3.1 mil. So pretty big in Tampa. Surfbird says drive through all the different keys or islands to the keys. Probably 3-hour drive that could take a few days. Check out John Pennycamp State Park. Key West is about 200 miles from Miami. You should go there. I think it's a big bridge. I-75 starts in Michigan. You can catch it from VA. Go through Knoxville, Chattanooga. Well, I'm thinking do the route I just talked about, and then we start swooping up and then hitting the route you're talking about, you know, like this way through Tennessee, and then, you know, Appalachia, Kentucky. So we'll keep making our way up. Rock and Roller Man says, it's on you, Peter. It's not about the location. This site has to be about you, whatever that is. It's you. I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what my deal is either, to be quite honest. Surfboard says Boca Raton. It's called the 7 Mile Bridge. Okay, let's say we keep going up. Is Tallahassee good? Is anyone from Tallahassee or has been there? Let's see the Tallahassee pop. Okay, they got 200K. So like a mid-tier, smaller city. What's going on in Tallahassee? It's warm right now. It's 72 degrees. Looks pretty basic American place. Tallahassee. Now after Tallahassee, the big question is, do we make the trip way longer and start going west to Texas, to Austin? Because remember, we got to drive the car back to New York. So we're tethered to New York. Kind of want to stay on like the East Coast of things, but it's tough, man. Because like it's the winter, so you really can't go like above like this line, really. Because I want to go up here like Idaho and Utah and Oregon and stuff, but it's too cold. So there's like this imaginary line you don't really want to go up. And yeah, I don't know, Austin, maybe go there. I know this part of the country, the middle part of the country is not very good. Like there's not much going on in this middle part. Kansas, Oklahoma, people aren't doing very well there, I think. The American dream's not doing well there. Joe Driver says just go to Thailand. State capital says surfboard. What about California? I lived in San Diego for 3 years, so I don't need to go there. I've seen it. I've done it. I've been to LA a few times. I'm not interested in LA. San Francisco is expensive as shit. It's the New York of California, and then yeah, that's it. I mean. So let's see, Tallahassee. I don't know, maybe like Montgomery, Alabama. Is Montgomery cool? Is there a lot of gang violence? We got Montgomery. Montgomery has a population of 200K, so another mid-tier city. We go to Birmingham. I guess that's where that lady wouldn't get off the bus. Birmingham, I think. Huntsville. Then we get to Tennessee. Tennessee's the land of milk and honey. It's where everything's going good for people. Cali's cold right now, says Surfboard. Swamp Gas Bacon says Vancouver. Cold the Frost Line, says Sharon. The other guy is right. Only you can make the decision. Yeah, but I want some input, you know? Has anyone ever done something like this? Done a road trip? Vancouver's all the way up here, and Vancouver, I never read anything good about Canada. Vancouver's extremely overpriced. Apparently the Chinese have been moving there in droves, and they've destroyed the real estate market. Wealthy Chinese escaping China. And there's a lot of, yeah, it's just kind of a mess apparently. Vancouver. I saw a Vancouver Halloween parade. It didn't look very good. It didn't look like the type of place I would want to go to. I'll put it that way. I saw a Vancouver 2024 Halloween parade and I was like, oh, I'll skip that place. So Canada's basically done. Oh, so apparently the big thing on X right now is there's a controversy going on with the right wing between Elon and the MAGA people and all that. Have you guys been reading into that? So people voted for Trump because they thought, you know, he was going to keep it America first again, keep everything in America, maybe take to a policy of some isolationism, you know, stop sending money everywhere, kind of look inward to help the country. But apparently the plan now is to up the H-1B visa limits and get more foreign workers in legally. And people aren't very happy about that because there's a lot of drama in the tech world where, you know, the companies hire these visa holders and the company kind of goes to shit, the workplace goes to shit, you know, Americans get fired in place of them. And basically, you know, Elon and his people are saying like, yeah, we want more of that, and people are not happy. Feel a little betrayed, I think. Sony says a triple murder was solved here in Spain thanks to Google Street View. That's interesting. Jimmy Boyles is here. How you doing, Jimmy? You made lots of suggestions. You keep crapping on them. I crapped a little on Key West because Key West is like, you know, I don't know. It's in this own little area here. If there was like a bridge, Key West needs a bridge that goes like this way, like a double bridge. Then that'd be good. But you're kind of trapped over here. Americans should be able to fill those jobs. Are they not able to? I mean, yeah, it's like we got over 300 million people. The tech world's not doing good. There's a lot of layoffs. You know, if you go to like the laid off subreddit on Reddit, you know, people aren't doing very well. Where is it? 75K people in layoffs. So yeah, they're all mad about it because it's like, bro, I'm looking for a job for 6 months. I'm in the tech world, and now we're gonna hire more people. So yeah, go to laid off if you want some depression in your life. Go to layoffs. Not good. Not a good subreddit for motivation. We'll put it that way. H-1 visa is not allowed the foreign worker to move to another country, so they, in essence, become indentured servants to the sponsoring company. Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, we got a lot of people here. Peter says Huntsville is a space museum. The Central Coast, like Monterey, is good. Yeah, that'd be a good drive, but it's far from New York. That's the problem. Look how far it is. I'd have to go and then go all the way back over. But yeah, Tennessee looks good. My brother always talks about Tennessee. Oh, they got low property taxes. I want to get a house there. It's good, got good weather and low property taxes. The property taxes on Long Island are so bad. So where's good in Tennessee? We got Chattanooga, Nashville. Where's the Holy Land? Knoxville. I know Memphis is bad. I've heard bad things. Stay at least an hour away from Memphis, is what I've heard. You don't want to be near Memphis. Tom Farley said something, but he message redacted. What do you say, Tom? We want to know. And then I guess we could start making our way up. Tennessee, Kentucky. What does Kentucky have? Lexington. Where is good in Kentucky? Bring your brother. I'll tour both of you around East Tennessee. So my brother doesn't want to go, but he's getting kicked out by my parents. He's been home too long. And he's got a choice. Either he does this road trip with me, or he flies somewhere like Colombia. He's thinking about going to Colombia. We've already been there. Bogota or Medellin. And the reason being they're pretty cheap. But it's a little dangerous there. You know, it's a little third world there. There's problems. It's a place where if you get kidnapped, it's not that crazy. If you get robbed, not that crazy. Like, things happen there. Pablo Escobar coming to Buenos Aires. Dangle, Tennessee in front of him. I know. He keeps talking about it, man. He keeps talking about it. Buenos Aires. That is far. My friend was there. He said it was okay. There it is. But that is far. Look how. That is wacky place. Vivek dumped all over American education and culture. Yeah, I don't like him very much either. And the main question is, I kind of feel bad for Indian people because like the sights are on them right now. At least as far as X goes, the sights are on them. But yeah, they got 1.5 billion people here. Way too many people. And those people, they're all trying to leave. They're trying to go here, they're trying to go there. They're trying to go anywhere basically besides this part of the world. And yeah, there's just too many people there and the great question is, if these people are so smart, then why is the homeland looking a bit rough? You know, why is the homeland not doing so well? If it's, you know, you got all these brilliant people who we should be basically be begging them to come over here. But this is the good place right here. This is the good place. This is the not so good place. But this has the smart people, and this has the dumb people. It doesn't make much sense. Like, logically, I'm not really following. I'm not really following that well. Maybe I'm not that smart. Maybe I'm one of the dumb Americans. I don't get it. Then why would you go there for a lengthy stay? I've been to Colombia. Dude, Medellin's pretty nice. It's just like, yeah, you might get robbed. I'm about to do a city review of Medellin. I'm finally back in my basement setup. Medellin's awesome though. In a way, I'm gonna say this in the video when I make it. If they fix the crime thing, this could be such a great city. Like this city could change in 10 years. Could just be like the new San Francisco of Latin America. If they just get a hold of the crime thing. Like, look at it. It's like beautiful. The mountains. I got a picture of me there. It's crazy. And it's nice all year round. Like, look at that shit. That could be your view. It's amazing. It destroys a lot of American cities in the sense of like epicness. Let's put it that way. But it's dangerous. You might get robbed. You might get your watch robbed. They're good at maths, not politics. I don't know. I don't know. Let's get back to the route. We're getting in the end game on the route here. Kentucky. Can anyone tell me about Kentucky? So we go through Tennessee. We have a great time with Peter. He shows us around. That'd be kind of funny. Where in Kentucky is worth seeing? So now we're making our route back to the city, or back to Long Island. I guess Lexington? We go this road. Maybe we cut through West Virginia. Dude, West Virginia is funny. We got to go through West Virginia. I think West Virginia, with how messed up and white trash it is, that would be pretty good vlog content, you know? I'd be excited for that. And then we'd, you know, end in back in nice old Pennsylvania. Maybe we could stay at my relative's house again, the same one we did Thanksgiving with in Lebanon, right here. That's perfect. And then from Lebanon, we make the final drive back home to good old Long Island. This would probably be... How long would this all take? Let's say we spent a couple days in the bigger city, do an Airbnb. Like a month? What do you guys think? Kentucky Derby, only it sucks. Not much going on in Kentucky. Okay, so in Kentucky, the American dream's dead. That's sad. Maybe we could shoot up to Chicago, which... Oof, that kind of hurts the West Virginia trip. But we can shoot up to Chicago. I've never been there. That's the second biggest city, right? But then it's gonna be cold there. That's another problem. As we start going north, the cold starts hitting us. It's a great battle. West Virginia, that's where the toothbrush was invented. See, we got a lot of smart people there. Now, if we were to do a whole America trip, first of all, it's going to take a lot of work, you know. I think this East Coast trip is very nice. It won't batter us too much, but the other plan, again, Tallahassee, go west, hit Austin, hit a couple places in Texas. Uh, you know, maybe go through New Mexico, Arizona, Las Vegas. I don't know where we go after Las Vegas. Maybe, um, oh, Utah. See the Mormons. I'm interested in the Mormons. I feel like they're doing something right. Utah, Colorado. All the nature stuff is up here. There's so much nature. Not much city, not much people, but a lot of nature. But yeah, getting home would be a bitch. That's the problem, being in this area, then having to go all the way through this. This is just boring up here. Not much going on. So yeah. Swamp Ass says Austin. Yeah, I'd go to Austin. Men also have safety concerns. To West Virginia and laugh at the poor people. Well, not to laugh. To, what's the word? You know, investigate. You know, what's going on there. West Virginia. People aren't doing well. It's the wealthiest country in the world. But in this part of the world, of this country, of this glorious country, people aren't doing very well. They're living in trailers. Like, kind of want to investigate, you know? Kind of like a Peter Sanantello, Bold and Bankrupt. Do that type of stuff. But we'll live stream. We'll make a video and we'll live stream. No one's live streaming this stuff, man. Stream IRL. Let's see who's on real-time IRL. There's a trucker, storm chaser, and whoever this guy is. I don't think anyone's really live streaming this stuff. This is experimental territory, we'll put it that way. Coal mining area? Oh, coal mining's not doing good. Austin is a party town. Yeah, I want to hit up Austin. That's kind of like been the new trend. the Austin, the Tennessee. Have you guys been getting a lot of foreigners recently? A lot of New Yorkers? I'm going to be ashamed to be a New Yorker in a lot of these places because they don't like us. They're going to say, "Why are you coming to our part of town, city slicker? You're in the wrong area, city boy." Ziggy says, "My bad if you already talked about it, but why not Europe? Is it too expensive or not the right time of year?" That's a great question. I mean, look how far north Europe is, you know? And most of Europe is on par with Canada. You don't want to be there January, February. It's too cold. Maybe the south of Spain is okay, but I've heard like Lisbon gets like pretty windy and cold, but the south of Spain, the south of Italy, and then like Greece, and like I said before, Istanbul was an interesting one. Istanbul's in Turkey, this country right here. Istanbul has a lot of history. History I don't really like because I'd prefer it still to be a European place. Of course, it's not. It got conquered. But it's cool because it separates right here. This is the separation between Europe and Asia right here. This coastal way. I think that's cool. So on Istanbul, you have the European side, and then you have the Asia side. So I think that's really cool. And it's the only way I think to get into this. This is the Black Sea. But I can deal with the weather down here. I can still walk around. If it's 48 degrees or 50, I can still walk around fine, do content. But up here, nah, dude, it's cold. It's like 30 degrees. Have you seen anything by Peter Santello? I mean, yeah, he's done like the Amish. He's talked with like the Jews or the Italians in New York. Stay in Manhattan, says Tom. Tom, I mean, like, the thing about Manhattan is like, it's not really worth my time to live stream there because it's so expensive. You know, I'm like making $5 an hour from the streaming. It's just like, it's just not worth the time. Like, and I have to get the subway back and forth. Like, it's even less than $5 sometimes. Like, to live in Manhattan, you you really have to have like an established YouTube channel to justify it. I could make like content videos, but like as far as the live streaming goes for 3 or 4 hours every day, like it's just you can't do it. The quality of life is like too low. You need like $4,000 a month to live here, and then maybe like 3,000 in these parts. Wow. Over here, I need $1,000, and I can work with that. I need $1,000 here to have a decent place. I can work with that and do YouTube. It makes sense. Manhattan is too overpriced. Cuba, says David G. Have you ever seen anything? Yeah. Go to Hawaii. I like these suggestions. You know, I like the suggestions. Come to Romania. Cluj-Napoca. I'll answer that in a second. We'll talk about Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii like 2 or 3 times because I was in the Navy. Because you take the ship from here, San Diego, and you go to the base in Oahu, wherever it's called, and then you keep on going, and then you stop in Guam, which is right here. There's Guam. Guam sucks. It's like Hawaii, but more hotter and nothing to do. And then you cut through the Philippines, and then you're in the South China Sea, and you do circles in the ocean to piss off the Chinese people. Or if you're not doing that, you go all the way to the Gulf of Oman, and then you go to the Persian Gulf, and it's dangerous and it sucks. I never went to this part, by the way. The only good thing about going to this part is you get hazard pay. which means you're in a combat zone and they pay you more because you're in the combat zone. Because I guess you can get killed in the combat zone. So they say, okay, since you're in a dangerous part of a deployment, we'll give you more money. We'll give you a little bit more money. And if your deployment's over 7 months, I believe, they give you another type of pay. I forget what it's called. I think it's like separation pay, like family separation if you have a family. They throw you more money because they look, man, we know it's messed up. You haven't seen your family in 7 months. But you gotta be on this ship for a couple more months. It's just what we gotta do. I don't know. Just gotta be on the ship more. So yeah, then you go back. You call it crossing the pond. Crossing the pond. Can you use the GI Bill to go to a master's program? Yep. Yes, we can. Okay, so nowhere cold. I mean, just walking around the cold isn't a good time, you know? Bali, I've been to Bali. Let me talk about Romania first. So, here's Romania, if you guys don't know the maps. It's on the border of Ukraine, the Black Sea, Budapest, Hungary. It's actually a pretty big country. Like, look at it. It's pretty big, actually. The problem with Romania right now is that it just joined the Schengen area. So, Romania, Schengen area. So it actually joined March 2024, and land border controls due or be lifted January 1st. I've talked about this before, I'll say it again. With the European Union, there's two like sectors of it. There's the EU and this thing called the Schengen area. And it's kind of confusing. Schengen area basically means that you can go from France to Germany, two Schengen EU countries, and there's no border check. You take the train there, there's no guy stamping you in and stamping you out. You just go. So in the Schengen, let's say you go to Spain first. You'll get stamped in. You go all the way around Europe, and let's say you end in Italy. They'll stamp you out in Italy. You're just entering and leaving the Schengen area. Romania was part of the EU, but it wasn't part of the Schengen, which means if you went to Romania, it had its own border control. It also meant it had its own time limits. So for Americans, the Schengen area is 180 days, no, 90 days out of 180 days, so 3 months. But I could go from, let's say, France to Romania, still in the EU, but it's not in the Schengen, so I would get a new 90 days. Now Romania is in the Schengen. If I go to Romania now, yeah, there's no passport control, but it eats into the Schengen time, which is really unfortunate because I think a lot of digital nomad types probably were going to Romania to like hop in and out of the Europe legally. Now we can't do that, which is kind of unfortunate. Also, I'm concerned about illegal immigration because people, they come from the Middle East or wherever, they come over here, Africa. They come in through here illegally, and now there's no border control. So they can just, once they get in like Greece, there's no border control. Bulgaria now, Romania, Hungary, they can just run on in to the countries with that good old welfare, like Germany, Sweden, Netherlands. They just run on in. There's nothing to stop it. It's not good. Okay, so what you guys said. I have friends that say it's beautiful. It's also in the Schengen. I've been there too. I've been to Split. Split is right here. It's nice. It's like a good normie vacation spot. Good normie vacation spot. You can visit Dracula Castle. Do cooking streams, but you only have the same equipment that you did on Boyer Street. That's true. The thing is, like, my mom doesn't want to be on the stream. Like, she's like, oh, don't show my house. I don't want to be on the stream. So she wants nothing to do with it, which is a problem. So she's just shy, I guess. Which master's program are you interested in? I'm not interested in any master's program. That's the problem. Okay. Someone said Bali. Bali is down here, so I hope I'm showing you guys a lot about geography today. Bali is in Indonesia. Indonesia is a very big country, actually. It's all these islands and stuff. They got a lot of people too. They're like the third or fourth in population. Bali is this chicken-looking island right here. Looks like a chicken. You guys see that? That's Bali. Nice name. I think the reason Bali is so popular is that the name is nice. Bali just has like a nice name to it. It's like, ah, Bali. It sounds nice. And now, like, Bali proper is this area called Denpasar, which that's kind of like an ugly name. Denpasar or something. So most of the digital nomads, I would say there's some on over here, but it's really like here. This is Bali, as people know it. The airport's right here. Most of the gringos are in this area called Canggu. Canggu is where's Canggu? Old Man's Beach Club. It's right here, Canggu. This is where a ton of gringos are. If you want to be with the white people, the Europeans, a lot of them are here, more so than the locals. The problem is the roads are all like shitty. It's really third world feeling. Like this is the one place where I was just like, bro, like it's cool the prices are cheap, but that's what it looks like, by the way. There's tons of scooters. So you got white people? I was right. That's kind of what it looks like. You got a lot of cafes. This makes you actually look kind of nicer than it is. Bali, the food's messed up. There's something called Bali Belly where you eat any of the food, you get like sick the first few days there. They say it's because it's like different bacteria or something. I think the food just like sus. When I was there, the air quality was bad because they burned the rice fields, so the air quality was all messed up. There's tons of trash. Like this is a Bali beach. You don't want to be swimming in that ocean, I'll put it that way. That's a Bali beach. You don't want to be swimming in that ocean. A lot of plastic trash. It's a huge problem. I would not be eating fish in Bali. Because those fish are eating those microplastics, you know? What would you stream out in Bali? For me, Bali's for the chicks. Getting closer to a decision, says Tasso. I think so. Hey, Fun Feed, how you doing? Alfredo's here. Bona Sarah. Is this a repeat? No. I'm taking notes. Jeff's been to Bali. How'd you like it? It's like Tullum, catchy name. I think Tullum's nicer though. Is there gonna be a quiz to surfboard? Nope. Just I hope I'm helping your life improve. Maldives. I think Maldives is too like pure vacationy. Singapore is awesome but expensive. Romania has very few illegal immigration. Yeah, because there's no welfare in Romania. They just walk through to Germany. They want that welfare. They want that free housing. That's the promised land. Gowanus Canal. What is Gowanus? I feel like I've heard of that. That's in Brooklyn. Okay. Why don't you seem like you want to do the road trip cooking streams of your car? I love to do another cooking stream. Be a hybrid streamer. It was okay. I was there in the early 90s and the beach was pretty nice. Okay, that doesn't. That's cool you were there in the 90s, but you can't give it like a proper review now because it's changed so much. It really started to change, I think, in the Instagram era, like the mid 2000s when it became like a really cheap surfer bro spot, like a influencer type place. Super fun site. Okay. Where were we? Yeah, I don't think like Bali cool for 2 weeks. Other than that, I wouldn't live there long term. No, I would not live there long term. Okay. I have a lot of places to review, which eventually I'm going to make videos for. And the cool thing about being home is I actually have a good setup. I got a good mic. I can make videos easier. Um, yeah, I'll let you guys know soon if this road trip's gonna happen. My dad's gonna can sell me the Chevy Equinox for 500 bucks. It needs some repairs, like another 700, 800 bucks in repairs. And yeah, I mean, we'd be good to go. Just need my brother to be on board so we can split the rent. I mean, split the hotel fees. And we could see what this great country is all about, you know? We can see how bad or how good Long Island is. We can compare and contrast. You're welcome to Spain, says Alfredo. Bali is a simple tropical life. Bro could be a good cameraman. That's true. I was in the Navy then and did a 6-day port visit. Nice. Where are the international hipsters going? That's a good question. The hipsters, the hipster meccas are Brooklyn, Berlin. I think Berlin's a hipster mecca. I think the Netherlands is kind of a hip one. I think that's it. I think they're going to Berlin and New York. And they're going to like Portland maybe, but Portland's all messed up now because they went like too extreme in their hipsterness. Portland's not looking good, I heard. Colorado, that's where all the pot smokers went. Austin, isn't Austin hipster now? Semi-hipster? St. Petersburg's actually very hipster. St. Petersburg's cool. I wish I was doing content there because no one else is doing it. Because it's like you have to get a visa to go, and you know it's weird. It's Russia. I was there for a few months, and I wasn't making content. It was 2019, but I can do a city review. St. Petersburg's very artsy, very hipstery place, actually. It's like the San Francisco of Russia. Ever thought of going to Canada, says Tasso? Well, Canada sounds terrible. I mean, I read this site called Canada Housing 2. So they had to make a second one because the first one, um, I guess, deletes a lot of negative stuff about Canada. It's just all bad stuff. It's like never anything good. Where was the post I saw? Some guy was like, yo, what is the point of... Oh, yeah, this one. Let's read what this guy said. His name is F shit F. What's the point of living here? I'm a young person born and raised in Ontario. Maybe 5 years ago, myself and all my friends had 0% chance of ever living elsewhere. And now all of us are eyeing America. All of us have decent enough white-collar jobs. All of us rather fight for the U.S. if World War III broke out. I would rather feel like a traitor fighting. I would feel like a traitor fighting for Canada. What is Canada anymore? Not what I was born into and raised in. Every decision this country has made my life harder every single year. I work hard every day. Got my first job at 14 at Timmy's. saved money, went to school, got educated, and now I want to be able to afford my own home, my own piece of land. What's the point in staying here? Who turned Canada into a tax farm? That's a pretty brutal post. Yeah, this whole subreddit is all this doomerism of Canada. They're all mad about the immigrants. They're mad that their quality of life is going down in the last few years. Altair's here. Hi, Peter. Merry Christmas. Hi to you. Niagara Falls, but the Canadian side. I've been to Niagara Falls. I don't think I'd go back. We have beautiful views to visit, at least. Hearing that, suddenly I don't feel bad about being in New York City. He's a Canadian who wants to be in the 51st state. Yep. He's a Trump guy, I guess. Trudeau has to go. Investigate do not travel areas in Mexico. Let's go to the cartel areas. That's a great idea. And if something happens on live stream, you know, at least we'll get some views. Go to Phoenix, Arizona, says Sharon. Berlin is more like your type. I've been to Berlin. Only for a day though, so I couldn't really truly experience it. I walked around a bit. Let's actually bring up Berlin. So Berlin's a big city. Like it's very big, one of the biggest in Europe. Um, it's got this thing, the Brandenburger. I saw this. This whole downtown area is not didn't really fill me with any joy. Like it felt kind of dead. I'm trying to remember there's like this one cool area though, because we were walking around, we're like, okay, this place kind of is pretty boring. It's pretty bland. I forget what it was called though. I think it was over here. I don't remember. It had like a bunch of graffiti. Maybe it was this Boxhagerplatz. So Berlin is just like too degenerate. A lot of people doing drugs, weird parties, clubs, raves, which I think I would like to attend once or twice. But at 34, I'm a little too old for that, you know. Like, I'm not doing drugs. Like, been to Mexico City and Cancun, says Surfboard. Cologne is beautiful. Did you check Prague, the old town, like an outside museum? Yeah, Prague's pretty good. But it's like Prague is like a Disney World type place where it's like it's not really a real place. Prague is it's right here. This is where all the stuff is. There's just hordes of tourists, and it's to the point where the city can't even like. It's not like New York City where New York City can kind of take a lot of tourists. Prague, it's like the streets are too narrow, like it's almost filling to the brim with tourists. Like the city's about to pop in the summer. There's so many tourists. I think it's a good place to go for a day or two if you've never been, but like I don't know, I wouldn't live here. I wouldn't do a month here. My friend did a month here. He didn't really like it. You do 2 or 3 days here and you move on. That's my advice. It's my advice for a lot of places actually. Let's go to look at Krakow. Krakow is a great city. This is a great city. I'm tempted to do a summer here. Hey, look at this shit. It's got like a nice square. There's no illegal immigrants. It's just normal people. The city's awesome. Go to Krakow. If you're thinking about going to Europe, go to Krakow. You won't be disappointed. Like look at that shit. Like it's like real Europe. Like you feel like you're in real Europe. Berlin is didn't even feel like real Europe. I've been to like all the Polish cities. I've been to Warsaw. Don't go to Łódź. Łódź kind of sucks. Warsaw's like okay. Gdansk is really nice. It's like kind of touristy though. Krakow's touristy, but like I still would live there because it's just so good. I've been to Wrocław. I've been to Poznan. I've been to Lublin. I've been to Lviv, which is in Ukraine. I want to hit Budapest. Maybe Romania. I don't know. Maybe Cluj if Florin can show me around. Vienna. Yeah, Berlin got wrecked. Berlin got wrecked. Easy access from Czech Republic. Yeah, I know. Sounds like you're saying Krakow. Krakow, I think it is. Isn't Prague really nice, says Triple G? It's nice, but like it's burned down by the tourism, if that makes sense. It's burned to a crisp from the tourism. It's like a Disney World type place. It's not a real place people live in that center. I have friends traveling England right now in a motorhome and they are loving it, says Denise. They should make a YouTube channel. People want to see that. You'd be bored after a week, says Surfboard. Why do you say that? What are you talking about? 34 is not too old. Prague has a lot of history. Guatemala is beautiful. Yeah, but all the Guatemalan people are trying to leave. They're trying to leave their home. Why would I want to go to a place where everyone's trying to leave? I got you in Cluj. Are you a trust fund baby? How can you travel without a job? I mean, I got savings. One, I have savings. Two, I have a little money I make passively through like, you know, stuff I've been working on in the past. I make a little money from YouTube now. I mean, dude, like you get an apartment in these places for $800. You don't need a car, 800 bucks, 300 for food. You can live in these places for $1,200 a month. You don't need that much money. Places like Serbia and Romania, if you go off Airbnb, you could probably live for $900 a month. You don't need much money. Meanwhile, that's what people pay for their car payment, their health insurance goes to that. And when it comes to the airfare, I will stay in Europe for like 6 months. I'm not like flying over for a week and flying back. Like, hell no. Government sucks there, but scenery is beautiful. Why have you traveled so much? I don't know. What else is there to do in this world? Because I believe there's better places out there for me. There are better places. I think I might also make a video titled Why You Should Travel Regardless of Your Age, whether you're young or old. I think traveling while you're young is a little bit better, but there's always a reason to. Like if you're traveling when you're 21, 22, like you are winning. Also, if you had a family and then you're old, that's also very good too. Because if you had the family, it's like okay, I did my time, you know. I did the family thing. I procreated, had 2 children, equalized the birth rate thing. Now it's your time to travel and relax, you know. So when you're old and when you're young is the best time. Middle age, if you haven't had a family, like if you're like 45, I don't know, because that's gonna be it's gonna be hurting you, you know. It's like I should get that family thing started. Um, Africa is wild. We got a Romanian shipment in Uganda. Yeah, I'm not going to Africa. Again, they're all trying to leave. Africans are trying to leave and go. They're trying to go here. They're trying to go up there. You don't want to go to a place everyone's trying to leave. No better than New York City. Now, New York City's got that $4,000 a month rent. Someone wants to donate for the rent, I can go back, but I don't think that's going to happen. So, How do you differentiate between traveling and being a tourist? Time spent in the city. You go for a week or two, you're a tourist. You go for 3 months, you're actually living there. Have a family only if you can be a responsible parent. I want to try and find this article. I read something where that's why Trump wants Greenland. It's so close. I mean, Greenland looks huge, but it's actually not that big because as you travel up on the map, it gets more spread out. Does that make sense? Like things on the equator are actually much bigger than they look. But like Scandinavia and Russia, they're only so big because they're being like stretched out at the top. So Greenland's probably only like this big actually. But yeah, it's a lot of land, probably got a lot of resources. I can get you a place in Texas for 600 bucks. Really? But I would also need a car, and I probably would be like an hour from an actual city, would you say? A friend of mine registered with the pet sitting company and has traveled Europe staying for free and pet sitting. You don't have to get married and start a family, says Tom. Yeah, you don't, It's not for everybody, but I don't know, like what do you do after you're like 50 or 60? The map is odd scaled. Is it safe to visit Egypt? Um, I think Egypt is overpopulated. It has like a crazy atmosphere to it where you have people coming up to you trying to sell you stuff. If you're like white looking, they're gonna harass you for money. I personally wouldn't go there because I like okay, they got the pyramids, that's the whole thing. Oh, we got the pyramid. I wouldn't go there. I think it's safe enough, but yeah, it's too close to Israel, too close to war and chaos. Keep your mind active, says Tom. I gotta say, I like this setup. Very clear. Camera quality in the background is great. Thanks, John. I'm using the iPhone actually. The iPhone has very good camera. I want to get like a green screen, so I want to get a green screen so like I don't know, you can just see me and we can like make the picture bigger. Go to Dubai. Oh, I've already read about Dubai. After 60, you sit on the computer watching videos like yours, says Glenn. That's not a bad life. That's what teenagers are doing. You're doing the same thing as the teenagers. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, yeah. Have you ever lived with a foreign family that paid room and board? No, I have not. 90% of the time I had my own place, unless I lived with my brother and we split a place. That was 90% of the time. Look at Lou Block. What was I going to talk about? Okay. So, if you guys want to watch a new video, it's not a new video, it's an old video. Looks like Action Kid's on. 1.0 NYC Walking Show. Here's all my videos. I have this one I'm going to release probably after this. It's one we already did, Fifth Avenue. You might have already watched it, but it's just an hour long and it's just a kind of a rehash because I got all these files. All these old files. Like, should I just put these online? Like, look at this. It just 10 minutes of me just on the subway. You think people will watch this? ASMR, no talking, just on the subway. Maybe get some ad money from it. Let's see what else we have. This was 4th of July. This was hell on earth. This was 4th of July. This was so bad. It was just crowded. Everyone's trying to get a freaking video of the stupid fireworks. Can't even see it. It was just a mad rush of people. Yeah, I get so mad I start walking away. But then we find like a decent spot that's a little better. I said this hasn't made my life better going that. It wasn't worth it. Here's the cat. There's Mark. I can just do cat videos. He's beautiful. Dude, I love cats. That was the summer. I got a video of me going to Costco. Costco. The first half, I don't really say anything. I was going to do an ASMR video, but then I start talking towards the end. But yeah, it's Costco, you know? This is what it looks like. I love Costco, by the way. Costco is kind of what motivates me to stay in America. Where's the where's where's the sample person? You get samples, you can talk to the guy. John Doe. We talked to John Doe one night. I never released this. This is the homeless guy I made a friends with. I saw him actually like 2 weeks ago. So he's still alive. He said he had lung cancer. He's not dead yet. He was trying to look through trash to get stuff. Yep. He scored a drink. This is what people want to see. Oh yeah, this was a big win. Oof. Does he go for that one? He found a beer. He downs that. Yep, down the hatch. Johnny Doe. What else? I just have like videos of like old shit I did from the summer. He was happy there. Yeah, man, that was a good win. A day in the life of a NYC homeless. I know. I would have to compensate him though, you know? Like he probably doesn't want to be on YouTube like that. Funny you love Costco. You seem very anti-consumerism. I like being consumer. I was at Costco on Thursday to get after Christmas bargains. I'll take a farmer's market over Costco. Dude, anyone will watch this wide array of content. Live in the woods and film yourself. I wouldn't do well in the woods, man. I'm a city slicker at heart. Sam's Club is better. They got Costco's in Long Island. Yes, they do. A lot of people here, a lot of money here. Any Navy stuff? No. No Navy stuff. I can just tell stories. What amuses me about Japan is that one of the most powerful countries and it's just an island. Yeah, they're smart people, you know? And this harkens back to the old whole like Indian immigration thing we're fighting now. Is like, are Japanese people coming to the US? Are they going anywhere? No, because their homeland is nice. Their homeland is nicer than 99% of places. So if your homeland is nice, why would you go anywhere? Probably want to be around your own people and speak the same language. Foreign laws can be very severe. That's packed ash. Put that up anyways if you can get money. What you waiting for? I don't know. I don't want to like put trash on the channel and say, oh, I'm gonna unsubscribe because he doesn't put up good stuff anymore. It just puts up random garbage. Let's see this video. Oh, you guys remember this? This is late November. This was like the Macy's Day Thanksgiving float blowing up, and it was too choppy. So there I am. I'm videotaping a guy. Looks like he has soiled himself, and no one's helping him. He's just lying down there. His bike's messed up. Even the video's laggy. That's weird. Maybe my computer can't handle all this. Action Kid's done the U.S. road trip for you to get ideas. Urbanist exploring cities that are a streamer who's done traveling streams to Europe and beyond. I'm 70. I'm very interested in a lot of things. Tokyo is good for streams. Go to Tom's house and interview him about retirement. Tom Farley, check out from Texas. Homelessness in Toronto and Vancouver, especially history, is bad. It's me. I'm the guy that puts up random garbage on YouTube, says Dan Lee Adventures. I mean, if people don't care, like, look, I filmed this. This is the bus ride into Times Square. Cause here's how YouTube works. When you put up a video or a live stream or something, it sends out a ping, and if people click the ping, it'll keep sending it to them. But if they stop clicking the ping after 3 or 4 times, it will stop sending it to them apparently. So I don't know, it's all about the algorithm, man. We're all slaves to this algorithm, trying to get as many views as possible. So yeah, I sit on the bus. I asked the bus driver his pension. He had 9 years left until his pension. We did this one recently. This was Seaport. This was raining, Thigh-dye. I guess I could put this up. Yeah, this weird thing. We had. I might put this one up too. I don't know. You guys remember this one from like a week ago? And I start laughing. I'm laughing because, like, obviously it's terrible. The fire department's out, and there's a horrible thing happening, a fire. But I'm laughing because of the chaos of the situation. It's raining. It's crazy Midtown. I'm also laughing because I picture the car in front of the fire truck's probably like some family, first time in New York. The wife screaming at the husband because, they got their fire truck blasting its horn behind them. They can't go anywhere and they're freaking out. It's some dark humor stuff, I guess. Give us some of your Brooklyn Italian accent. Ecuador to see out American retirees like it there now. I'd rather go to Colombia over Ecuador. I think Colombia is probably the best place. We had the beggar lady. Where's the beggar lady? I felt bad for this lady. Where was she? I really wish I had something to give this lady because she's actually like trying. She just doesn't have like a sign. She's sitting down. She's actually like she's really trying to get something. I respect that. She's wish I had $1 or a granola bar to give her. Just clicking on anything, it's called clickbait. But clickbait doesn't work anymore because you click the thing And if the video is like not like the thumbnail, YouTube knows that people will click off immediately. They click off immediately, and it says, okay, people are clicking off immediately. It's not a good video, and it stops showing it to people. YouTube wants people to watch as long as possible. Hey, Katie girl, what did you do to Lutra? She's not in chat. Um, let's say we do Lutra. Where are you at? There we go. So here's the Discord. We had to ban some weird guy came in yesterday named Shadow the Hedgehog. Really weird. We had to ban him. I didn't want to ban the guy. Because at first he was kind of funny. He was ranting about how I stole his Maria and I was going to take over my city or something. But then he started saying some like 10-year-old humor stuff that I want to repeat. I had to ban him because it was just like, okay, bro. So come and join the Discord if you want. This is who we got in the Discord. We got Topspin, Tom, Tasso, all these people. Come on in. Thought that guy was Emily. No, Emily doesn't use Discord. Did you have a nice Christmas? I did. It was a nice cozy Christmas. Family's all doing well. Wasn't he originally Jeff Bezos? No, I think Jeff is still here. Where's Bezos? Was that Jeff Bezos? No. Why do you go all retarded on me? There's Moogie. Is Moogie here? Why did Jeff Bezos do that? I thought he was normal. Okay. What else? Do you guys want me to put up that content? Just make like a video of it? Maybe other people can see it who missed it? I don't know. But I got a lot of shit. You guys want to see it when I got chased? Where's that video of me getting chased? I'm trying to remember. I think it was this. So I'm going to show you guys when I got chased. I'm going to try and find. So there's the guy. There's the enemy. And this is before we encounter him. This is Broadway. This is like 8 a.m. on a Sunday in August. I just walked across the Brooklyn Bridge and there's the guy. So we're gonna fast forward it. So I'm Banksy Museum. What the hell is that? So there's the guy. This is before I lived in Chinatown, so I didn't know this area as well. There's the guy. So this is the interaction. Look at the interaction. He's like taking a photo of it. Did you guys hear that? He's like taking a photo of the glass. I'm like, oh, what are you taking a photo of? And he got real hostile. I don't know if you could hear it in the video. So he just said something to me. I didn't even get him on the video really. Like I kind of just asked him a question. So now he starts following me. I cross the street, and in the reflection, I think you can see him. Look at the reflection. He's following me. He's videotaping me. So I crossed the street because I was kind of weirded out by him behind me because he was so like hostile when he talked to me. So I crossed the street. So I think at some point, yeah. So he's talking to himself. He's filming me, which I don't really give a shit about. But then he crosses the street to where I'm at. I'm like, okay, now he crossed the street to where I'm at. And I cross the street again. Where is it? I just crossed the street again. No, not yet. Yeah, I go across the street to the Nike store. I just look in the windows. I'm feeling kind of nervous because, like, okay, I say to myself, if this guy crosses the street, he is following me 100%. So I look at the shoes. Yep, you can see him in the window. You can see him in the reflection, kind of. Yep. I just decided to run, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. This is creepy. So I just start running because I'm like, dude, like, fuck this shit. Like, yep, I start running. So I'm like, I want to get away from this guy. Yep, we go this way. Get some distance from the threat. Now I'm gonna fast forward it. So I see him from afar. I see him from afar. I think it's over here. I cross the street. I think it's right here. I see him walking. So I see him walk by. I think, okay, he's over there. And I say, do we follow him because I want to be like, I want to like make sure where he is, from a safe distance where he doesn't see me. And I can go home to East Village. But I decided not to do that. I said, no, I'll just stay on this side and we'll just walk this way. Because I'm assuming he'll just keep walking straight. So we get to the corner. I really didn't do anything to this guy. I literally said, like, what are you taking a picture of? 'Cause maybe I shouldn't have interacted with him. So, yep, this is where it all goes to hell. Look at that beer. Someone was drinking a beer. Nice Modelo. I was so mad. I was so annoyed. I'm just doing a walking video, bro. I'm just walking in a way. I was fucking nervous. I just started running. I didn't want to deal with this person. It's so annoying. I just started running. I don't know if you guys can hear. He starts yelling too. I don't know if you guys can hear, but he's running after me, and you can kind of hear him. And he starts yelling shit. Maybe I should turn off the music, but whatever. I think I'll make a video of this at some point because this is kind of entertaining. I was scared. It's like, bro, this guy's chasing me. And the thing is, like, you know, do you fight a person like this? And so you don't know if they have a weapon. You don't know how unhinged they are. Not much is gained from fighting them. If you think about it, you don't gain anything, but you can lose a lot. So yeah, then I stop and I ran away from him. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Man, I was real nervous walking home. I was like looking over my shoulder. We walked back to East Village. I was so nervous. I sit down in my chair. Yep. I missed that chair. That was a great chair, the outro chair. But yeah, it was like a great stream before that. 'Cause like we started in Brooklyn. We got a seagull eating garbage. Great, great start to the day. We walk across the bridge. Where is it? We walked across the bridge, only to be ended in tragedy. Papa Smurf is here. You never know what kind of mental illness strangers have. You're putting us on. If he wasn't yelling, he was literally just doing the same thing you were, recording people. Well, I'm not following someone though. Like I walk past people, but I don't follow a certain person and stick a camera in their face and say, I'm gonna follow you for the next 10 minutes. I don't do that. And if someone says they don't want to be on the camera, I respect them and I put the camera away. So it's really not the same. It's not the same at all. Oh, and he ran after me. Like, am I running after people yelling shit? Yeah, I should have followed him from a distance. Would have. But oh, well, we got some good content. Just make new stuff, says Tom. You went running too, so did he. Yeah, I was kind of a pussy in that whole video, not gonna lie, but like I don't know, I just didn't want to deal with it. Like there's nothing is gained from dealing with that person. Nothing is gained. Just get away from me, man. Just do something else. You can do a billion other things in this world. Um, so yeah, we got a lot of content we can put up. What else was I gonna talk about? I forget. Oh yeah, a streamer. So let me try and find this for you guys. So a streamer, a fellow IRL streamer, his name's David, I think. He got arrested on stream. It happened like a few days ago, and I wanna react to that with you guys. So let me try and find that real quick and see if we can find him via David IRL NYC streamer. I think it's this guy, David New York NY. So he kind of does like, you guys remember Virtual Opinion or Reaction Cam NYC? They're into that whole like First Amendment thing, First Amendment audit. Maybe it was this. I gotta look at my Instagram real quick. I'll put this over here for it to be private. Should turn off the music for this too. Okay. One sec. Messages. I'm in this little streamer group. New York creators. Let's see if we got it. It's having a hard time loading. Okay. Let's see if we can get the thumbnail. Okay, so it happens right here. So he does like cop auditing stuff. So they like to audit the cops, First Amendment right type stuff. So he sees this guy. I can't really hear him. He's got something in his pocket. He gets pepper sprayed. Ooh, we get some good there. So there's police right there too. Yeah, there's literally police right there. And I think he like, he says like, hey, there's a situation. He does it again. It's like, what the hell? Just pepper spraying this guy over and over. Now here's the crazy part. So that's the altercation. The cops come and like they're like, what's going on? And it's kind of long. There's like 25 minutes left, so I'll summarize it. Basically, they start talking to him. They start talking to him, and he's like his eyes are all messed up. He's got the pepper spray, and I mean, he's saying, yeah, like I was just sitting there, and the guy kind of came up to me. There's a little, you know, situation, and then yeah, he got pepper sprayed. He got blasted, and the crazy part is at the end of the video, that cameraman, Dave, he gets arrested. He's the one that gets arrested. And that's where the video ends. They're like, okay, put your hands behind your back, under arrest. So yeah, that's kind of a crazy video, It's just he's just standing there and the guy got real aggressive. Like it's like, bro, the other guy could have just walked away. Like just he's staring at him with like a phone. It's not like a big deal. Just walk away. And yeah, it escalated, and that's what happened. But he got arrested. He was like I think in jail for a few days. He's crazy, says Miso. Dude's a weirdo, says Boom, baby. Wow. Going down to be safe out there, David. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong freaking thing. Okay, there we go. Jeff Anderson, aggression in the eye of the beholder. Boring, says DR. Beetlejuice, says Raven. Steve had to use pepper spray a couple months ago. Did the stream stop? He talks to the cops for 25 minutes. And then, yeah. But he's a little aggressive with the cops. He's like pissed off with them. So, yeah, they arrested him. Stream stuck even at home. What do you mean? Maybe he just want to start his own YouTube channel. Ever have a language barrier? Oh yeah, tons of places. I once followed Peter. He handed me a granola bar and said, "Good luck." Peter, another guy was on fire this time at Penn Station. They don't know if they did it or someone else did. He was burned badly. I did not hear that. All right. What else is there? I thought this was funny. Um, can't believe that Bezos guy did that. Why would he do that? I thought this was funny. My nightmare experience is an OnlyFans chatter. This is in the remote work subreddit. I think this is so funny. So they say, hey everyone, I just want to share my experience working as a chatter for an OnlyFans creator. And by the way, I looked at this guy's profile. He's in the Philippines. So he's in the Philippines. They speak good English there. They don't have to pay that much. So that's like kind of like a perfect job for them, you know. That's where that market's going to be to do this. That in India. But yeah, when I first got the job, I thought it'd be fun and easy, just chatting with the fans, keeping conversations going, and helping the creator grow their account. But honestly, it ended up being one of the hardest and most emotionally draining jobs I've ever had. From day one, the pressure was intense. I had to juggle hundreds of conversations at once, and the company kept pushing us to upsell, convincing fans to buy expensive pay-per-view content or tip for special messages. They made it clear that hitting sales targets was all that mattered. If you didn't bring in enough money, you'd get warnings or worse. What made it worse was the guilt. A lot of fans generally thought they were talking to the creator, building some kind of connection. Meanwhile, I was sitting there using scripted messages designed to make them feel special and keep spending. It felt manipulative, and honestly, it wore on me after a while. When I brought this up to management, they brushed me off and said, "That's just how the industry works, buddy." Then there were the messages. Some of them were sweet and harmless, but a lot of them were not. The things people would say to you would be so degrading and creepy, and no matter how much you tried to brush it off, it got to you eventually. There was no support, no one to talk to, just an expectation to stay professional no matter what. I stuck it out for a few months, but eventually I hit my breaking point. The constant pressure to sell, the guilt of pretending to be someone else, and the mental toll of reading horrible messages every day just became too much. I know this job works for some people, but for me, it was exhausting and dehumanizing. If you're thinking about doing it, just make sure you know what you're getting into. It's not just chatting, it's emotional labor, high pressure sales, and dealing with the worst parts of the internet. Have any of you worked in the industry or something similar? I'd love to hear your experience. I'm still processing mine. See, how much does it pay? Says the top comment. $2 an hour and a 3% commission, which was monthly about $500. Now this guy's in the Philippines though, so like that might pay living expenses there, cause you know it's the Philippines. That's rough having to upsell. Did you also work on OnlyFans more subscribers? Did all that was just for a small period of time though. Was still in training. Dude, it's so bad, this OnlyFans stuff. It's all fake. Who's paying for this stuff, man? How can this be so big? Pretending to lie to men is easy. If you're not cut out for the dark side of the industry, it definitely asks of your perspective of men and your mental state in general. Dude, that's crazy. I thought OnlyFans was a sex thing. It is. Well, it's like nude pictures, but a big part of it is like the messaging part, you know, like feeling a real human connection with the person. Like, okay, you spend $20 a month paying them, and maybe you pay a little bit more for the messages. What places have you visited in Europe? Oh, I visited a lot of places. The stream is a bit glitchy, but it's still worth watching. No, really? It's annoying. Gotta, I guess, make it not glitchy. I think the webcam, because it's connected to the iPhone, is a little like, it's a little slow, the webcam. Gotta fix that. Get another better solution. You don't need to be, don't you need to be on live video for OnlyFans? No, I think it's pictures, it's videos, you know. You just do pictures of it, I think. It doesn't even, it can be pictures of you just like, it could be a picture of me just doing this. Like, it doesn't have to be like 18 plus content. It can be anything. But that's what most of it is, though. Apparently killing it. Yeah, I don't know, dude. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end the stream soon. Get some dinner. Hope you liked tuning in for the two streams we had today, the rain walking stream and the cozy inside stream, just messing around with Google Maps. Yeah, Sophie Raid made 48 mil. That's disgusting, honestly. W chat, thank you. Yeah, I got to figure out how to get the webcam better. I think the sound's good though, right? I'm gonna release a new video, this one. So if you guys want to watch this, feel free. We'll release it after the stream ends. All right, guys. See you later. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, I'll see you next time, whenever that is. I don't know. All right, gonna end the stream.